What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Cruz Missile Podcast. My name is PJ.
Yo, what up? I'm Jacob.
That's
Is it in
Ty.
here?
Ty.
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, what's good? I'm Ty.
I'm Luis.
Welcome to the Cruz Missile Podcast. Today we're gonna talk about some predictions, some bold predictions too. Everything that's happening in free agency, crazy things. Possibly Summer League, but I don't know. I haven't watched so much on Summer League. It's up to everybody else.
I haven't watched either.
Neither, yeah.
Yeah, not too much of Summer League. Nah.
All right. Fuck the Summer League. Anyways. So my bold prediction that I was telling Jacob guys was Rudy Gobert, right? He's solid. He's really good at defending the paint. I was thinking if he trained under Kareem with the hook shot, he would be the best center in the NBA.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Because he can't score outside, he can't play defense outside either. So like, you give him an offensive thing, like he's not really good at pick and rolls either. But if you give him the hook shot from Kareem, and then if he nails it down, I'm pretty sure he'd be a top center in the NBA for sure.
That's true. I mean, he is a good defender.
But he just doesn't have anything else to that, just like defense. That's all.
Yeah. He's like trash offensively.
I'm pretty sure when you told me that, I was like, I think you're insane. Because I'm pretty sure when you told me that, though, I was like, there's no way he'd be better than Embiid and Jokic. I don't remember if you pushed back.
Yeah, no, not even
I
close.
pushed it back for sure.
Embiid and Jokic, they have ball handling. We're not going to say Rudy's going to have a skyhook and ball handling. That'll just, 100%, confirm it. Like he'll be the best center of all time. If you give him just ball handling, he might. Skyhook and ball handling, 1,000% he would be.
He'd be really nice right then. Top five.
I mean, that's a bold thing to say, dude. I mean, me just trying to think about it is like I don't know, dude. Me thinking about that, I just can't even picture Rudy just doing skyhooks,
7'2", what like
7'3", I think.
God dang.
Yeah,
Rudy Gobert,
7'3"
how
doing
tall are you?
skyhooks, man.
You said,
that's Kareem.
well, you brought it up because we were talking about the Timberwolves, and you said something else about the Timberwolves that I was also like, you're crazy.
Because it's like, okay, you're looking at the Timberwolves. Anyways, Timberwolves made this stupid trade where they traded Rudy Gobert for a bunch of like some old guys and some new guys, but mostly guards to the Jazz. And now the Jazz doesn't have like good defense in the paint. I was thinking, Timberwolves is a great team. He only offers great defense because Karl Anthony Towns is kind of soft. If he had an offensive game, he should add this guy hook.
I
great
don't
hook
think
shot.
it would change anything. I don't think it would change anything though with the Timberwolves, even if he had a skyhook. I mean, you've seen the playoffs, right? D'Lo underperforming, Cat not really performing as he should. Anthony Edwards kind of doing something for the first 2-3 games maybe. You're getting no help. I mean, adding Rudy Gobert is not going to do anything, in my opinion. Even after those trades, I don't think it's going to do anything. Defensively, maybe, but I mean, I don't know why you would still make that trade. I mean, believe in Cat. Cat could do it offensively and defensively if he wanted to, which he probably should be doing. But as a big man, I can't speak for a big man. I don't know how hard it is. To just have stamina to do it on the offensive side and the defensive side. And I guess that's why they wanted two big men at the same time, so that Cat could just, be the offensive guy and Rudy just play on the defense side. But I just don't see that working out. I really don't. I don't see how you can space out the floor with two fucking 7-footers.
Yeah, Rudy's definitely a liability.
I don't remember if, correct me if I'm wrong, PJ, but I thought you said that after, I don't know if you prefaced this with your other Rudy Gobert take, but I thought you said that the Timberwolves were top 4 in the West. Am I wrong?
No.
I remember that.
I also said that.
That's what I'm saying. Okay.
When was this? Tell me when
I
did you
also
say
said
this?
that. I did also say that, and
Okay.
I still believe it.
Oh, there you go.
I just think we gotta wait and see for that.
There you
No.
go.
Honestly, all of them work out because I think Okay. Here's another bold prediction.
I'm glad I'm not crazy.
Prediction
I'm glad I'm not
on a
crazy.
Timberwolves player. I believe that Anthony Edwards.
Oh, this one's crazy too.
He could be the next Michael Jordan, but he's not gonna be a top 5 player ever, like all time.
I need clarification. What do you mean the next Michael Jordan? Because that could mean a lot of things. I need to know.
He's gonna be the Michael Jordan, like the way how he plays, his personality. His personality is just like Michael Jordan. He's competitive at everything.
I can see that.
I can see why he says that, but you can't compare him. You can't compare Anthony Edwards and Michael just because they can shoot, drive to the paint.
It's just a great defense.
It's just leagues above, dude. I mean, I'm always gonna say this. This is one of my things too. The league back in the day, I'm talking 90s, when Michael Jordan's era, defense was a thing back then. Today, we don't really have that. That's my take. So if you're saying if you would put Anthony Edwards in the 90s, would he be able to do what he's doing right now? I would say no. I'm pretty sure he would get his ass locked up. Probably not average. I think so.
That's what I'm saying.
Like my take. Okay, well, I mean, he'll still probably get his, but the defense back in the day, I'm pretty sure it was just outrageous.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking defense after defense after defense.
I don't know. The defense in the 90s was kind of... It was alright.
It was alright. I mean, the thing back then...
I mean, they're hard, but it depends on what team you played for. That's what I'm saying. Like,
oh, well, yeah. Of course.
Well, you're gonna tell me, like, what teams were in the 90s? So if the Timberwolves were in the 90s, like...
Well, like the current Timberwolves team?
No, the 90s Timberwolves. I don't think they had defense. I think they just tried to win, like, 5 games out of the 82.
We don't know them. We don't know the 90s Timberwolves. People only remember the good teams, man.
Here, let me see.
I don't think I even saw highlights of the Timberwolves on YouTube and shit.
That's what I'm saying. I think in the 90s, Timberwolves weren't on the map.
In 1996, the Timberwolves was 26-56.
Well, that's what I'm saying. No one's gonna remember.
Let me look at that roster.
No one's gonna remember them. Wait, we're not putting Anthony Edwards on the bottom team in the league in the 90s.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan was on, like, a bottom team of the Bulls. Like, they weren't that as great when they drafted him.
So
it's the build-up. I think he's going to be one of the greatest players, but he's not going to be, like, a top 10.
You think he's going to be one of the greatest players to play basketball?
I don't know. I didn't say that. But, like,
he's
going to be a top 20 player. But
you can't say he's going to be the greatest. You can't say that he's... Okay, you can't compare him to Michael and then not say he's going to be one of the greatest players ever. Because that's what Michael is.
Wait, hold on. Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. But, like, what I'm saying is, like, his play style and the way how he thinks and the way how he shows out of games gives me that Michael Jordan feel when I watch him.
I see that.
Like, with LaMelo, you would see him, like, as Magic.
Yeah, no, I see what you mean.
I didn't say that.
You see Michael Jordan in Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, I see him in Anthony Edwards.
Okay.
That's why I wanted clarification.
Maybe in 5 years, I'll probably make that. I'll make that prediction again and be like, oh, Michael, he could be like a top 5 player in the NBA. He's not gonna overthrow Michael Jordan. That's only if he like goes to the finals and not lose multiple times.
Okay.
Do you think he could do that on the Timberwolves?
Because people say that, oh, John Morant, he's the next Michael Jordan for sure. Look at his airness.
Oh, no.
But defensive wise, not like Michael Jordan. That's why I say Anthony Edwards, all around 6'6", shooting guard, plays offense and defense all the time. Like, he's trying to play it. He really cares for his thing.
Okay, yeah.
He has to perform in the playoffs, though. He underperformed.
Yeah, we gotta see that.
He's young, man. He's got a lot to prove.
There's a lot of time.
We have to see him win a playoff series.
They should have won the Grizzlies series, to be honest. I think they were a better team, but
damn,
they just underperformed. I mean, that's my prediction.
I think the Grizzlies is a better team without Ja.
They are. They went 13-2.
No.
Oh yeah, 20-2.
They can't be better without Ja.
No, they can't be.
They can't.
No.
Okay,
I don't care what the results say. You don't subtract your best player.
Record without Ja. You're only bringing up that record without Ja is because he was already part of that team. How do you say this? Without Ja being on that team, I doubt they would have had the record that they had without him. If that makes sense.
I think they would have been a playoff team. I don't think they would have been like a top 3 seed, but they definitely would have made the playoffs.
Who's their backup point guard? Tyus Jones?
He did okay.
You think if he was a starting point guard without Ja,
but yeah, no.
they would have the record. They would have the record they had right now.
You're right.
Yeah, we can't watch Ja highlights and then say that the team is better without him. It just doesn't make sense. Even if you're not watching highlights.
I noticed this is okay. Here, look, this is for the Clippers and the Timberwolves. I noticed when their star player is not on the floor because they have the ball the most, right?
Right.
Everyone gets a chance of touching the ball and like scoring.
Right.
That's what happened with the Clippers and the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
The Clippers almost beat the what team did they play in the play-in tournament? The last team.
Pelicans.
The Pelicans. They almost beat the Pelicans without their star players. Paul George not playing. He got tested positive for COVID the next day for some fucking reason. Reggie Jackson, Marcus Morris, I think.
Norman Powell.
Booker Kennard. Zubac, and whoever replaced Paul George. Terrence Mann.
The Clippers are a solid team. They have a good team. They have a good they have good bench players.
Yeah.
Then they got John Wall too now, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
I'll say they can still be a good team, but they're not better without their star players. It just doesn't. There's no star players that are making their team worse than what they can be.
Yeah.
That's not what a star player is. That's not how that works. Yeah, the Clippers, I do think, because me and PJ were talking about like all the teams in the West after he brought up his bold prediction of the top 4 Wolves. I was like, okay, then who do you have above them? And I don't remember if you put the Clippers above them, but I think obviously
I did not put the Clippers.
Obviously, if they're healthy, which is a huge if because we know about them, huge if. But if they're healthy, I do think they're probably top 3.
And Paul, when did you say that the Timberwolves were a top 4 team? Was this before the Rudy Gobert trade or
it's after?
So okay,
I think they were the top 8 seed, but including Rudy Gobert in that lineup. I believe so. I think we gotta wait and see for that one.
I think Rudy Gobert makes your team better. But
sure.
As far as top 4, I don't know if they're
not top 4. Definitely not top 4.
Okay, who do you guys have?
It's kind of hard to rank them. It's kind of hard to rank.
That's what I was saying. It is hard to rank them. I had to look through all the teams in the West.
Nobody can deny that the West is stupidly stacked right
dude,
now.
it's disgusting.
Yeah, it'll always will be.
It's disgusting.
That's what I'm saying.
Who would you guys say
top 4? Top 4?
I'm not saying that the Timberwolves are gonna be at 1, 2, 3, or 4, but I'm just saying they're in the top 4. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have them in order.
Oh, okay.
I meant to say I don't have them in order.
Okay. I remember we went through this, and when I looked through all the teams in the West, I thought there were like 9 teams that should be locks for the playoffs if they're healthy. And then trying to come up with the top 4, it was just like I can't even like predict because I feel like anything could happen because all these teams are just
anything could happen. But this was prediction.
I mean, there is one. I feel like there is kind of one locked team that should be a top 4 team, and that's the Suns, without a doubt. I mean, I don't see them I don't even see them below. I don't even see them at number 4. They're a top 3 team.
They should in the regular season, yes. In the regular season, yes, for sure.
The regular season, yeah. Playoffs, they're not. They don't perform at all in the playoffs.
I also said that Devin Booker is also one of the softest players to play in the NBA.
You got something against Devin Booker?
Bro, how are you gonna, dude? Fucking a mascot, dog.
I know.
Dog, that shit was hilarious. Come on.
Fans are yelling in your face, "Fuck you, you suck!" Like everything that. But then this dude's just dancing, like he's a mascot. He's playing his role.
I mean, that shit was funny though.
Tries to compare himself to Kobe. Nah, he's not Kobe.
You can't accept double teams. Come on, dog. Kobe want the whole team on him. You can't. I mean, Devin Booker is great offensively, but he's just he's a really soft player.
Yeah, that's facts.
So top 3, I'm assuming we also think the Warriors are in the top 3, right?
Oh yeah, they're
all right. So that's
you don't think so?
That's actually a question for me. I mean, they let go of a lot of players, dude. Gary Payne left.
Okay.
Gary Payne left. Yeah. I know Juan Toscano wasn't really a liability with the Warriors, but he also left.
They still have a good bench, though. To be honest,
they do.
They have good players, rookies.
They got Looney back.
I do want to. They have Looney, James Wiseman back. I've seen his highlights for the summer league.
He's doing okay.
Yeah, if Wiseman can fulfill his potential, the Warriors might be looking scary, low key.
Otto Porter left. I remember he went to Toronto, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's a question mark. For me, they might be a top 4 team, but not top 3. I want to say they're at the 4th spot. Just because they lost Gary Payne. I feel like Gary Payne was just a huge... It was like Alex Cruz for the Lakers. They shouldn't have let him go.
I mean...
He's their defensive player.
He wanted his money, though. You know?
I get it. But I mean, I hate when... I mean, okay, I can't say this because I'm not a player, but when you just won a championship with one of the best teams ever in like the last 10 years, you want to chase after money, then possibly get another ring? I mean, think about it. You have Steph Curry, top 3 player, top 5 player right now in the world. You got Klay Thompson, who's coming back stronger. Andrew Wiggins, who's somewhat coming up alive again. I mean, I wouldn't leave, for money. I'm trying to win another ring, I guess.
For him specifically, I can see it because he has all those stories where he came out of the G League. He was just trying to make it in the NBA in general. He almost was just like a team staff member because he was wasn't sure if he'd even make the team. So in his situation, I could see him just trying to get his bag, since he had all these years just grinding, just trying to be in the league. But I do see what you're saying. I would have liked to see him stay just because that team with him is so clean.
He played with the Lakers. I know that. I don't know if that was his last team or not before the Warriors.
No, I swear I've seen him on there.
He's been on. I mean, he's been around because
he's been on multiple teams.
He's never been able to stay on a team until now.
Because no one would let him have that chance to shine like the Warriors.
I don't know. Back to what I was saying. I think they're a top 4 team. I wouldn't say top 3 though.
The Warriors.
Yeah.
They have a chance to re-sign Kevin Durant, so we'll see how that goes.
Apparently, the Warriors players are pushing for the reunion, but I don't know.
Of course they do.
Who are you letting go?
It would have to be Wiggins and then some of the young players, like Wiseman, or Moody, or Kuminga.
Honestly, if we're talking KD, they might have to fucking slide in Jordan Poole.
Oh yeah, he was in
They're probably not going to get rid of Jordan Poole.
No,
definitely the Warriors wouldn't get rid of him. But I mean, if you want KD, you have to basically Kuminga, Wiseman. They're not enough to fill, KD.
But with the money, you need to trade Klay away.
Well, that's what some people were saying. It's do you trust your young core? Do you bank on them? Are you going to be able to sign all of them? Do you just go for the rings right now? It all depends on how long they want to stay competitive, or what their plan is exactly. What to do with
and how old is KD?
He's 34.
32.
Oh man,
he's 34.
No, he's younger than he looks. I'm thinking he's old. I'm thinking he's like LeBron right now or some shit.
Oh no.
Nah,
definitely not.
LeBron's about to turn 38 soon.
Yeah, he's old. He's old, but he does not play old.
Yeah, LeBron has 5 years left.
He's trying to get to play with his son.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's right, Bronny.
Take a pay cut.
What do you guys think of the Lakers though? If they get Kyrie,
I think it's gonna happen. But when they do get Kyrie, it's still a question mark for me whether or not AD can stay healthy. Because there's been memes this season where his nickname now stands for "Always Down."
Street clothes, baby. Street clothes.
Yeah, I also heard that he hasn't touched a basketball since April, but I know I have been seeing a Lethal Shooter on Instagram where he's been working out now with him on his shooting. So, I mean, I still got to see the Lakers. I don't know. We already know what LeBron's capable of, but AD, and for it to happen, I don't know. I don't see that happening yet.
I mean,
I still believe they should trade AD.
Trade AD?
Oh, you're different for that one.
they're not trading AD.
Where are you getting
AD? They're not trading him. I mean, AD.
Russ is not a great player, but he comes
MVP performances when he was with the Pelicans. Those were MVP performances. Yeah,
he's an injury-prone player compared to Russell Westbrook. Just because
and
I'm saying like Russell Westbrook, he shows up to games every day, even though he's not that great. He'll show up every day to play. Compared to AD, he takes care of his body. AD, like he's a great Robin, but he's not always there especially when you need him the most.
Yeah, he has a lot to prove this season, though. He has a chance to be like MVP caliber, but he has to stay healthy.
I can't remember who I saw it from. There was a video I seen where they mentioned that AD should always be up there in the MVP conversations. He's practically a 7-foot guard. I mean, a 7-foot center who can he has ball handling.
Yeah.
He can shoot. We know what he's capable on the defensive side. I mean, I don't know about his passing abilities. You know, I haven't seen much Laker games last season.
Yeah.
But we know he can be up there in the MVP talk. But the last couple of years, basically ever since he joined the Lakers, I mean, he hasn't been performing like how he was on New Orleans.
Because he won that ring. He won that ring. That's why he got comfortable after the ring.
Also, that too. JJ Redick. I was watching JJ Redick on First Take. He was saying that AD's not a top 7 player in the NBA, or top 10. How do you guys feel about that?
That's cap. I think
AD's there's a lot of players. Here, look. I can't remember all the names, but here, look. Jimmy Butler.
He's better than
Wait, what are you naming? Top 7 right now, according to JJ?
I could look back on what JJ said, but I know Joel Embiid was up there. Giannis was up there for sure. KD was up there for sure.
Of course, the locks.
LeBron is up there for sure. Here, let me look for it.
I'm assuming you're missing Curry.
I mean, the hardest thing.
Yeah, I'm missing Curry.
The only hard thing about this question is how much are you factoring in how much AD gets hurt? Because if you're just going off when all players are healthy, he's probably top 7. But he's not always healthy, and that's impossible to ignore. It's impossible to ignore.
That's the questionable part, yeah.
So I don't know. I want to say yes, but if I'm drafting a team, am I going to be more comfortable with him or somebody who's maybe a little less talented but is always healthy? I don't know.
Okay, here's this. Think of this like your own little draft. If you had to choose between these 3 players, who would you choose? I wouldn't say in their prime, but just like today. Would you choose Joel, Jokic, or AD? Who would you choose as your center?
I would go Jokic.
Players that are not, yeah.
I'd probably say
Jokic or Embiid over. If it's like start bench cut, AD's getting out.
Yeah, that's practically what I'm saying. Yeah, start bench cut.
Yeah, I think I have to agree. Which sucks because I used to watch.
And then bench Embiid.
I would watch fucking AD highlight tapes when he was in New Orleans. I loved it. I was like, man, this player's so good. He got his unibrow going. I was like, this dude is clean. And
he's clean on the Pelicans, but when he went to Lakers,
I was saying, but we know he gets hurt a lot.
Degraded.
It's hard. It's really hard to ignore when it happens so often. But I don't.
Do any of you know if he was injury prone when he was with the Pelicans or no?
Yeah,
he was.
Oh yeah, definitely.
No, it wasn't as bad. It wasn't as bad as it is now, where he's missing the majority of the games. But he was bound to miss at least like a couple weeks or more.
And what were those injuries? Because I know with the Lakers, it was always him tweaking his ankle, I think.
I don't remember. That was so.
You don't know?
That was so long ago.
Yeah, no, we're talking years. Yeah. I was just trying to figure out, what kept him from just getting injured a lot.
Apparently, he has missed roughly 23% of his regular season games throughout his 10-year career due to over 50 injuries, illnesses, or minor issues with his body.
Yeah, he's soft. AD is soft.
He's soft.
By the way, so do you guys want me to say his top 7 players?
Yeah, go for it.
JJ, yeah.
Yeah, it's Giannis, Steph Curry, Luka, KD, Embiid, LeBron, and Jokic.
I'm
take him over Luka. Healthy
Luka?
AD over Luka, yeah. I would say so.
That's tough. That's tough.
If it's healthy AD, yes.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Over Luka.
That's tough.
But we're talking about Laker AD.
Yeah.
I mean, AD performed during like the bubble. Like he showed his fullest potential during the bubble. So
it doesn't matter whether or not if AD was injured. You know, let's say I don't know. Let's say if he was still on the Pelicans, right? If AD just never got injured,
the Pelicans, he's top 7 for sure.
That's what I'm saying. But like, you can't take that over a Luka. I mean, yeah, no, you would take that over a Luka. Luka, to me, I'm not disrespecting Luka. I like Luka. He does have his moments where he just ball handles a lot and shoots a step back 3, and it just nothing happens. And then you go on the defensive side, he doesn't try. You know, he just every time he gets crossovered or I don't know, like he just gets beat, right? He just doesn't have that defensive. He just has the defensive presence as a guard.
I would say Luka's like
6'7", keep in mind, or 6'8", 6'7", 6'8" guard who can't defend.
And we're talking about the same Luka that beat the Suns.
As a top 7 player,
he did whoop the Suns.
That's true.
He did whoop
the Suns are known for winning leagues.
Remember, good on that team.
I know.
Jalen Brunson, and he went to the Knicks.
I remember, but remember, the topic is healthy AD over Luka Doncic.
Okay, when you put like the 2017 Pelicans against that Suns, and do you think they would have beat the Suns?
Absolutely not. If I remember, the Pelicans back in the day did not.
I mean, if they had Rondo and like DeMarcus Cousins, probably.
That team was so cool.
That same team with Drew Holiday as well.
I love that team.
I think so. I think so.
That team's fun as hell. I don't know. Just
because the Suns are. I think the Suns are
kind of crazy thinking about it now. Drew Holiday, Rondo, Cousins, and AD. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, how did they not?
They got injuries, man. They got injuries.
Cousins got Boogie got injured.
Yeah.
And they had lost. I think they got swept.
Yeah. Were they a playoff team? I can't remember.
Yeah, they were a playoff team. Just Boogie got injured in the playoffs.
I think they beat the Blazers that season.
I think so, yeah. I think so.
Hey, is it 2017? I could be wrong.
I don't know, 'cause not to defend Luka, because you can't defend Luka, but on defense, I will say that because he runs the entire offense, I can see why he doesn't want to put as much energy on defense. I can see why, and and the Warriors literally use that as the game plan. They would just let Luka run as much as he wanted on offense, because they knew that by the fourth quarter he wouldn't be able to carry. So I don't know if it's necessarily indicative of Luka or indicative of the team needing to give him more help. But
he definitely needs more help.
Yeah. With that said, I'm tempted to take Luka over healthy AD, but that might just be because I haven't seen healthy AD in a while, and I need to be reminded. But I don't know. Like I said, when I watched Luka mollywop the Suns,
then let me bring up this other thing too. Besides his defense, I remember also seeing in the playoffs, whenever Luka would turn the ball over, he puts his head down and does not run back on defense. Even if he had defense, would you still... Okay.
Luka with defense?
No, because remember, this is why I'm bringing up the point. Because I know you've seen the playoffs. You've seen when Luka turns the ball over or just misses a shot that he knows he can make. He just puts his head down and does not run back. I mean, you got to take that into factor too. He just doesn't care about defense really at this point of his career. That's why I'm saying I'm willing to take a healthy AD over Luka because of what he can do right now.
But
I'd rather have someone who's trying to get back on defense than someone who's just putting his head down while jogging back on defense.
Well, the other thing,
just maybe trying to cherry pick.
The thing you remember about that is like AD's been in the league for 10 years. Luka's been in the league for how many years? So like it makes sense. It makes sense to think. It makes sense to think that right now, AD will probably be more willing to put in more effort on all sides of the ball compared to Luka, who's like still trying to get his. You know what I mean?
1,000%. I mean, for AD, it's because LeBron only has a couple years left. I mean, you're trying to win today, basically. I mean, for Luka, he's got his whole fucking career. Unless he has, like, some stupid, devastating injury that just keeps him out of basketball.
Please no. Please no. Yeah,
but then again, we are talking about JJ's top 7 picks, and that was for obviously that year, right?
Or like this year, like
that year, or the last season, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I will agree.
I mean, if you're making the list,
yeah. I will.
Stephen A. also said over Luka, and he also said over Jokic.
Now that's wrong.
Jokic, I don't know.
No, that's wrong.
He's a two-time back-to-back MVP.
No, that's incorrect.
Like,
he's not better than Jokic.
Because the Jokic, he did all that without like even a team. So just imagine when he has his full team back.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm kind of.
If they're gonna perform like that,
I'm kind of high on the Nuggets. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of high on the Nuggets next season.
Because MPJ, he's nice. He got injured this season, but his potential, he's nice.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely.
With Jamal Murray, but if he comes back like you played in the bubble, I think there'd be a nasty team.
I've seen a few people put AD over Jokic. Like, I don't like. It's actually not that uncommon to see that, which I think is kind of crazy.
But it's just like a back-to-back MVP.
If anything, I'd put him over Embiid, but I don't think you can put him over Jokic in good conscience. That just doesn't make sense to me. I wouldn't put him over Embiid either.
AD?
I wouldn't.
No.
I would take him over Embiid.
What?
I mean, okay, I'm getting a little confused. Are we talking about healthy AD?
Well, that's the thing, though. Healthy AD is an oxymoron at this point. How healthy is he? Yeah. How often is he healthy? Like, it's so hard to say that you want him on your team and then he misses half your games or something.
This is hard to say, though.
That's what. That's why talking about. It's the same thing with Kawhi. We all know Kawhi's nice. We all know he's nice, obviously. But will he be able to play for you?
We're talking as if, we're talking about like last season. I'm thinking about it as a whole. Like, what happens if everyone's just healthy?
Yeah.
Without favoritism, obviously. It's like, would you really choose, Embiid over AD or Jokic over Embiid? For me, it's hard to say. They're obviously all three good players.
No, yeah.
But there's like no clear definitive answer. Who would you rather choose? To have as your starting center, really.
No, for sure. They're ranking players.
And AD doesn't like playing center, by the way.
Oh, that's true.
He does not. Yeah, he does not.
He's a guard, man. He grew up playing guard. He wants to play guard. Shit,
Yeah.
I can't blame him. Yeah, I mean, my dad's a Lakers fan. I grew up in a Laker household, so he'll text me and be like, he's like, yo, is AD healthy? I'm like, no. He's like, how's Westbrook playing? I'm like, I was like, you don't want to know. I was like, don't watch the games. I was like, you're good.
Westbrook, yeah.
That is one thing I did want to talk about. If Westbrook gets traded for Kyrie, how good are the Lakers and how good are the Nets?
I think the Nets, they become a worse team.
But they'll still be a top 8.
I don't know. I mean, with Westbrook being like their main... Because if they trade Kyrie, they're definitely trading Kevin Durant. So,
That's what I was.
How are you going to trade Kevin Durant, though? That's the problem.
And I don't think Westbrook can lead a team anymore.
What?
I don't think Westbrook can lead a team anymore. Like, by himself.
Nah, he's washed.
I don't see it.
I think he's washed. I think it's over.
Can't see him on any other team.
Yeah, I think it's over for Westbrook.
Might be.
So what are you saying, like going back to OKC?
That would be so bad.
Just live out.
That would be awful. Oh my god! Please don't.
Are you gonna put Shai?
I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad if he goes back to OKC.
I don't want him to ruin
a rebuilding team.
I don't want him to ruin the development of all their young players.
I know they got Chet Holmgren, bro.
That's
the future.
They need to get their touches. I don't want to see Russ holding the ball all the time. I'm saying if there is a world, a really weird world, where Russ and Kyrie get traded for each other, but KD doesn't, what happens?
I still think it's a top 8 team. You got a solid bench core. You still have Seth Curry too.
They do have Seth Curry.
Oh fuck! I forgot they had Seth Curry.
I think they might include him in the trade.
That's true.
Yeah,
He might end up. Him or Joe Harris might end up going with Kyrie, which is insane.
He's getting old.
Joe Harris is nice. He just got injured this year.
He's nice.
He did get injured.
He's old too. He's like I think he's 34. So
really? I mean, I don't know.
I mean, but you gotta keep in mind.
I don't know shit about Joe Harris.
You gotta keep in mind the Lakers are trying to win. Basically every year, and until LeBron can play.
This is true.
You're willing to take somewhat old guys, but they got to be nice.
Yeah.
I pick up 7.
They need shooting.
But he's 30. He's not 34.
Is he 30?
He's 30.
If he's 30, it's perfect.
He's 30.
If he's 30, he's perfect.
I just checked. He's 30.
Okay, then that's perfect. Yeah, that's perfect then. That's like saying Joe Harris was like Kyle Korver for the Cavs when LeBron was on the Cavs.
Oh yeah. But I mean, I would rather see the Lakers pick up Seth Curry.
Yeah, but I don't know if the Nets would give him up at that point.
What do you guys feel about Ben Simmons though on the Nets?
I need to watch him. I've been waiting.
Yeah, dude, we need to watch him. We haven't seen him.
Did he improve anything? I need to know.
I know we need to see him shoot at least.
He's not gonna shoot. Shit.
Do something.
Dude, I remember in that
He's Russell Westbrook, but just tall.
Dude, that playoff series against the Hawks, after every game, somebody would like post like Ben Simmons' fourth quarter stat line. It'd always be like 0 for 0, 0 for 1, 0 for 0. I was like, what is he doing? What is he doing out there? Like,
he should have took over that series.
Do something.
No cap.
He should be doing a lot. I mean, he should have been doing more at least. Like shit. Do anything.
He was number 1 overall, right?
Yeah. He was supposed to be the guy.
Where did he go to college?
LSU.
Pull up his stats. What were his points?
Apparently, he quit on the team. Like he didn't even like play in like the tournament.
So he entered the draft and got number 1 overall from what? That's what I'm trying to make out.
Well, that's what I'm.
He was a highly recruited like high school player. Like he was really good in high school and like. I mean, in college he was decent. He was compared to like Magic, so that's probably why he got number 1. Because he's a 6'10" point guard and he's a pass first. So
in today's NBA, though, it's more of a shooting type of game.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Like you don't need pass first type of players anymore. It's all about shooting now, dude. Everyone's abusing the 3-pointer. We're not seeing many mid-ranges, really, unless you, get your opponent on the pump fake, really. This league is just it's just a shooting league now. So that's why I was confused when they took Ben Simmons as number 1 overall.
You
could say the same for the Lakers when they took Lonzo.
Lonzo's good now.
He's panned out a little bit better, but I mean, who knows what Ben Simmons... Who knows how good Ben Simmons would be if he was really dedicated to getting better.
This is Ben Simmons' game log in college.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say he averaged 19 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists a game.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he was still, and of course, obviously, the physical side of it. He's still this, tall ass, big. He's a little bit brolic. He's got some size, and he can handle the ball. So of course, everyone's like, "Oh, the potential for him is so high." Like he could do so much. But then he never was dedicated enough to actually do anything with it outside of those first 3 seasons.
Yeah.
You think because of the pressure, or?
Apparently, I can't confirm this for sure, but apparently that's how he's been like his whole life. He's always like he wasn't putting in as much work at LSU. Like I said, he didn't even want to take that team to the tournament. He didn't take them to March Madness. He didn't want to play in March Madness. He just wanted to get to the NBA ignoring this. This was pretty much just like a formality for him. And we've seen him, obviously, we saw him quit on teams before, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can always talk about the potential, what he could do, what he might do, but I can't say anything about him until I actually watch him on the court again. Because I don't believe
he needs to work on his mental as well.
Oh, obviously. Oh, yeah. He got clowned for that play, and then he's like, I'm never playing in Philadelphia again. Like, bro,
Like, think about
took a year off. Like,
he literally took a year off for getting bullied online. Bro,
try to say he had a back injury. Like, that's crazy.
And he's like, "Nah,
crazy.
I need a therapist actually."
You should talk to LeBron. LeBron has been getting hate since high school.
But they are not wired the same at all.
Yeah,
They're not wired the same
at all.
That
I don't
just
even
proves
know
how different LeBron is, to be honest.
yeah, yeah, it is. I mean, I can't even imagine the pressure because LeBron had that pressure literally since he was in high school.
Since like 16.
Yeah, it's insane. So I don't even know what LeBron could say to Ben Simmons. It's like, hey man, you had a bad game, and then you sat out for a year, but hey, you know what? You can pick it back up. And it's just like he's gonna be like, whatever.
Look at me. I've been having hate since high school, dog. The teammates that I played with, they didn't even want to play with me. They think I was ass.
What? Is that real?
There's a little interview. Yeah, it's Carl's Booth.
Oh, that's right. I remember that now.
Yeah, saying that, this 18-year-old, he's not gonna be good. He's just gonna pick up my clothes and shit.
I remember that.
And then ended up carrying that whole ass team, carrying them at 18.
Absolutely crazy stuff.
Him versus T-Mac at 18, it was crazy. I was like, I'd watch those highlights too.
There was I don't know if you guys saw it, but Ray Allen had some comments about the GOAT debate. And I'm just gonna say right now, I think his points were wrong, about LeBron. So he was arguing with some teenagers, and they were trying to say that LeBron was the GOAT. And so, Ray Allen was like, all right, is he the best at shooting? Is LeBron the best at ball handling? Is he the best at this? He's like, no, then he's not the GOAT. And then that was like his argument. And I was like,
that's a terrible argument.
He was saying that, and I think he's wrong here too. He's pretty much saying that MJ had all of those things and LeBron doesn't. Which I also think is wrong, but it is still crazy to see that after everything that's happened, that LeBron still gets this kind of hate for like being good. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do anything wrong.
People don't want to give up the fact that like Jordan is just. I wouldn't say he's not as good as people think, but I don't know. Like he wasn't all that. Like he's a 28% 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
Like he can't be the GOAT if he's 28%.
Yeah, but the 3-pointer wasn't a big issue back in the day. I mean, that's what I'm saying. In the old league, the 3-pointer was just like, hey, it's there for a reason.
It was like role player specific.
Yeah.
It's like just for Steve Kerr, just for John Paxson, just for whoever else.
Reggie Miller.
Reggie Miller, yeah.
I don't know. I just saw that because I was like, I have to see what he says because Ray Allen played with him, played against him, all that. So I was like, okay, maybe he has some like good insight on what it's like to play against LeBron. And I was like, nope, just an old head hater. And I was like, it's like, damn. I was like, can anyone give me like like real analysis between these two? Like I know this debate doesn't matter, but shit.
If anything, since we're talking about Michael Jordan and LeBron, do you guys think LeBron's better than Mike? I wouldn't put him as the GOAT, but I think he's the best player all around.
So you're saying he's better than Mike?
Well, Mike never lost in the playoff in like the finals.
Right.
Yeah, he got like swept in the first round a couple times, but like in the finals, dog, 6-0 compared to what's LeBron 4-6?
4-8, something. I don't know.
God damn.
4 and like a big number.
I think it's 6.
Yeah, it's a negative number. That's all I know.
It is negative. This is true.
He's a great player to go to the playoffs. He's like the Bill Russell of our era, but just lost a couple.
I kind of hate when people bring that out though, because it's like LeBron didn't have good teams when he went to the finals. We can bring up the one where the one where they lost against the one where they lost against the Warriors when they brought in KD.
Yeah.
Where they had Amon Shumpert, J.R. Smith.
That was
I mean, dude,
that was a mess.
We're talking about a team where LeBron was legit putting every single player on his back. I mean, you can't blame him for having a negative record, dude, when fucking KD just joins literally the best team that never needed another player. They won one ring without him, They did not need him. KD literally joined the Warriors just to get 3 rings. Yeah, 3 rings, that's it. Next thing you know, he leaves.
Yeah.
Would you put that over LeBron's Mickey Mouse ring though?
That's a different story in my eyes.
Do you
Do
you think that ring is fraudulent? Do you think that ring is tainted?
No. It's no. It's 1,000% real. I also don't like when people say it's a Mickey Mouse ring. I mean, dude, the league did everything they can to bring back basketball for the fans, not just for the players, for the fans. So they obviously wanted to continue it as soon as possible.
Right.
So what they did, their brilliant idea was to create a bubble in Orlando and have the games held there. I mean, obviously, and you can ask for a better thing. In my eyes, I think I saw this on Instagram, like these like little fan pages and shit, where it's like, the bubble was like the best thing to ever happen. It's noise free. Players can play at their 100% potential. There's no distractions. I mean, it's just people playing basketball. Like literally zero distractions. So I literally think it was perfect. Everyone could go 1,000% and give it their all, and the Lakers just happened to be that team, and they won it all.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing, people are forgetting, that people tend to forget, is that before the bubble, the Lakers were already like the best team.
Exactly, yeah.
So it's just kind of like, it makes sense that they won.
Like, what if we just gave this ring to another team? Are we going to clown on them? I feel like the Lakers just get a lot of hate because, they're one of the best franchises. Yeah. I mean, what if the Celtics won it, right? I mean, the Celtics have just as much hate as they do with probably the Lakers because of their franchise. It doesn't matter who it is. I mean, you could say the same for the Warriors. I mean, it doesn't matter who gets it. Or let's just bring up a neutral team. I don't know, someone who's not that good in the bubble. Who was in the bubble? Just the Nuggets. Let's just say the Nuggets, okay?
TJ Warren Pacers.
Let's just say the Nuggets. If we give the Nuggets the ring, are as much people are gonna clown on the Nuggets for saying, you guys won a Mickey Mouse ring, win a real one. I don't think they would have gotten as much hate as the Lakers did.
I think in addition to it being the Lakers, I think a lot of it was also because it's LeBron. And we already talked about how much people don't like LeBron. I feel like it was more so that. I mean, it was also partly the Lakers, but I definitely think it's because it was LeBron. For sure.
Yeah, so that's a take that I don't like when people bring about. I don't consider it a Mickey Mouse ring. It's a legit ring that they won, wholeheartedly.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
I like that you say that. Thank you.
You're Lakers fan.
I hate when people be like, "Oh, Mickey Mouse ring."
The Lakers fan.
Yeah, no, I hate it, dude. I hate it. Absolutely hate it.
Yeah.
Well,
what were we talking about before that?
Yeah, I was trying to remember. I was like, how did we get here?
We were talking about we were talking about LeBron's negative record.
Okay.
Oh
Here's my thing about
negative record.
Here's my thing.
His negative record was because of him being on shitty teams and having to carry every single person.
Like, here's my thing.
Yeah, like 2007.
Like, obviously, he shouldn't have gotten as far as he should have. And then people want to say, oh, well, at least he made it. Jordan never made it without Scottie. But, like, the teams that Jordan was losing to were not just, like, random teams. Like, he was losing to Hall of Fame teams. So at the same time, like, if Jordan was on the other side of the conference and then he got past, like, the not as good teams, he still would have lost to the Celtics in the finals. He would have lost to the Pistons. He just happened to play them earlier. So I don't hold either of their records against them as hard as other people do. Just because that's just how it happened. Like, if LeBron happened to be playing the Spurs in 2007 earlier than in the finals, then he just would have lost before the finals. But that's just not how it was. Because the teams that obviously, I don't want to take anything away from LeBron. He obviously hard carried those teams, obviously. But I do think Jordan deserves a little bit more credit for trying his hardest to carry against Hall of Fame teams, and just not being.
But like, I don't think he was playing like Hall of Fame teams in the finals though. Like, he was beating like the Blazers, the Suns. Like, those are kind of weak. I mean, in my eyes, I don't think they would have won regardless. The Suns. Say you take off Jordan from that team, I think the Bulls still would have beat the Suns without Jordan. I think they still would have beat the Blazers. Yeah, but like Charles Barkley, like, I mean,
okay, but he's
okay, but
my one while I agree those finals teams weren't that good, I will say that LeBron's first legitimate finals loss, the one against the Mavs, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, there's
That
no
was
excuse
pretty
for that
bad.
one.
That's like the one like taint on his legacy that I like can't forget. He put up
But the Mavs
8
did have the
points.
greatest like playoff run ever.
He put up 8 points in one of those games. 8 points. Like that's crazy. Like, and obviously when you're looking on paper, everyone would say, "Oh yeah, obviously this LeBron team is gonna win." But like, you can never know, which is what is great about sports. You can't know. Maybe LeBron will only put up 8 points. Maybe someone is gonna get hurt. Sometimes some of those things we forget, just as time passes. But as it stands, LeBron did lose with the Heat twice. Twice.
I mean,
And
that
that was a
second
Hall of Fame
one,
team.
Dwayne Wade was like super old.
I mean, he was old, but none of them was super old.
He wasn't like super old, but he was washed at that point. Like LeBron was carrying pretty hard in that series.
How old was Dwayne Wade?
Dwayne was like 34 at that age, at that point.
In what year?
2014? Yeah.
It's the Spurs.
Yeah, the
And you had Tim Duncan was old as shit.
He was old.
Yeah, but they had a squad though. They had like Kawhi, like young Kawhi.
Young Kawhi.
They had Tony Parker,
Averaging like 13.
But that team
Tony
has been
and Manu
assembled
is
since
older.
like 2004 though. So they had a squad though. Like they had chemistry and
But
stuff.
they played against them what was it the first year? The year before?
Yeah, that was
In
the
the
Ray
finals?
Allen year.
2013?
That's the Ray Allen year.
Yeah, LeBron got lucky for sure in that year. I'm a LeBron stan, but yeah, he got helped for sure.
Right, that's you need a team. You don't win without a team.
That's true.
It's
Yeah.
also why LeBron, even though he made it to the finals, you don't win without a team. You don't win it. You can't.
If LeBron wins another chip though, number 5, I think he's like undisputed.
Undisputed.
Because he's gonna win. He's gonna be all-time leading scorer. He's about to be like the only player to have like 40,000, 10,000, and 10,000. There's no one gonna touch that. I mean,
That's a good point.
I mean, it's
like
pretty safe.
if you're talking about individual player, I would want to start my team with LeBron instead of Jordan, because Jordan is he's more like he's a self-centered player who's willing to drop like 50 points and still lose, but LeBron is willing to drop like 30 points and get like 10 assists. You know what I mean? So it's like LeBron is a team-oriented player.
Yeah, it's a pass first mindset.
Which is what you and especially him being like 6'9", 260. Like, come on, like that's hard to like look past.
I mean, it's just hard to say just because, obviously we've seen LeBron elevate players. We've seen him win with more than what he should be winning with. But
Oh, definitely.
I mean, it's almost like the Kobe thing where it's like if your team isn't that good, then it's like, well, is it better that I take this contested shot than is it better for me to take this contested shot than for my teammate to take a more open shot? Like what has a higher chance of going in? And with Jordan, obviously his supreme confidence. But it's weird that we say this now, but LeBron has been criticized before for passing out of like clutch situations, even though it's objectively like the right play. Like it feels like
Curry.
A lot of the times it feels like LeBron just like can't win. Like everyone's gonna find a way to hate on him, so it's hard to have civil discussions on what exactly is different between these two players.
Yeah, that's true.
Obviously, both still GOATs. Obviously, but
1A, 1B.
yeah, that's how I feel. Usually, I'll just let the other person say who they think is better, and then just argue against them, just to have a debate. But they're pretty much 1A and 1B to me.
Like if LeBron had the same like coaching staff as Jordan did, because Jordan he was with Phil Jackson. College, he had like the GOAT coach with like Dean Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like LeBron never had like a coach comparable to either one of those. So if he had like a Greg Popovich on his side, I think he would have like equal amount, or if not more, than Jordan.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Great take.
Somebody was talking about some player currently. I can't remember who, but they were pretty much saying that because they were able, because in the same way LeBron was able to make the team so good so fast, they couldn't properly rebuild. Like they didn't have a low record to still be able to get high draft picks and then add to the talent of LeBron. Like they just started winning so fast that they were never able to properly build a team around him.
Like his first stint in Cleveland, like they didn't even try. Like David Griffin, his GM, they didn't even try to build a team. Like they had freaking like Shaq when he was like 300 years old. Like, come on, bro. Like, how is LeBron gonna win with that? Like,
No, that's
really?
Fat Shaq. That was Fat Shaq.
Yeah, that's like Shaq before he went to the Celtics. Like, come on,
God.
like, come on, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the 2007 roster, you're just like, damn, that is that is crazy.
Terrible. It's terrible.
It's awful. It's awful. The one thing I will say, I do still wish that the Cavs beat the Magic in 2009, so we could have had the LeBron Kobe finals. But it's, you know what? It's okay.
Kobe would have destroyed him though. Like,
well,
I don't.
Well, who knows? I mean, I would love to see it. I would love to see them go at it, but you know.
For sure.
Yeah, they would have lost in 5. But it wouldn't be a nice Kobe versus LeBron moment.
That's the one thing that we never got, because everybody will say those are like at least 2 of the top 3 players from that generation, and unfortunately,
we got to see.
Yeah, we just never got to see them in the finals, because they were always in opposite conferences. Yeah.
Yeah. But at least we got to see them play against each other.
Oh yeah, I mean,
play with each other too. Like Team USA, 2012.
Oh man, yes.
Are you guys putting another hot take? Are you guys saying that team could beat the Dream Team?
2012?
Yes.
2012?
Yes.
2012 and 1992.
I need to check the roster. Let me check the roster.
Go to the Dream Team.
Just look at it. Like, Magic Johnson had AIDS during that? I mean, no disrespect, but like Magic Johnson was old. Bird was old. Like Charles Barkley, trash. Against like Kevin Durant, no chance.
I'm not gonna
David
say
Robinson,
trash.
Overrated.
Oh my god.
Like 2012, I just think that team was just loaded, bro. Like stacked.
Do you think if instead of Christian Laettner or how
Christian
Laettner?
Later.
Do you think if they had Shaq on the Dream Team, it would have been a way better team?
Oh, definitely.
Well, that'd be sexy.
Or like even Isaiah Thomas, Zeke.
I don't think Shaq would have got PT though.
He might. I mean, they were whooping teams at the ass. They could have thrown.
Yeah, they were beating him by like 60 points. So I don't know.
They could have just let him play. Okay.
But I think the 2012 team would have won.
The 2012 team, holy shit! It's LeBron, Carmelo, Kobe, Chris Paul, Darren Williams, KD, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Love, Andre Iguodala. Wow, James Harden, Tyson Chandler, and Anthony Davis. Young Anthony Davis.
It's Blake Griffin. Anthony Davis got injured.
What? No, I saw him playing in what? I've seen Anthony Davis highlights.
He was the college.
I don't see Blake Griffin on this list. Straight up.
I don't think
there's multiple times where I tried looking at it.
Straight up, I don't see him on this list.
2016 one.
Straight up, I don't see him on this list.
Because there's an asterisk that said AD got injured. Maybe during.
I don't see Blake Griffin anywhere.
What do you think, Luis?
Oh wait.
Did you say also?
Oh wait, yeah, you're right. Wait, Blake Griffin should have been on it, but he got injured. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, is it Blake Griffin that got injured?
In addition to Griffin, others withdrew due to injury. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. It was the other way. Okay.
Luis, what did you think? Did you say 2012 too?
No. I don't know, dude. I have no taking that.
Oh.
I really don't. I mean, if we're talking about internationally, dude.
It's a different game. It's true.
Like it's a different game. You know, I'm gonna bring this up again. The competition back then was not good, I guess. I mean, that's why the Dream Team was called the Dream Team. I mean, not just because of all the players in one team, but like they can literally beat every single other international team out there without a sweat. I mean, you compare that today, and I know that today is getting better too internationally.
Yeah, for sure.
But like, I know we're talking about 2012, but like, I still think the older, the years older, basically the Dream Team's era, compared to 2012's era, you're still gonna say 2012, obviously. But the dream you can't deny the dream team just being absolutely ridiculous. Same thing for the 2012. I mean, I don't. You could say the dream team is every team that
Yeah, pretty much.
that plays for Team USA. I mean, you're always gonna get stacked players that want to play for Team USA.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, personally, I have a really soft spot for the 2008 team. I love that team. I love the players on that one. They have young Chris Bosh and like prime Dwight Howard. That team was prime Melo. Oh, that team was so clean. I personally really like the 2008 team, but the 2012 one's probably better still.
Stack. I honestly think this is a stupid take. The Croatia team in 1992 could beat the Team USA that we had, I think, last year.
Name two players. Name a player besides Tony Kukoc on that team.
No.
Name a player. Name a player. You don't know anyone on that team.
I don't, because when they were talking about it on the Last Dance, they're like, "Damn, Croatia was playing tough when we still beat their ass."
Come on. No. Who did we have? Who did we have last year? I don't remember. I know everyone opted out.
Draymond,
Tatum.
We had but we started losing against other teams.
But this is what I'm saying. Competition's getting better internationally.
Yeah. I just wanted to say it to you. It was stupid, but I just want to see what you guys
You're insane.
feel.
Keldon Johnson
That's
was on
probably
this
the
team.
main focus for the U.S. in the Dream Team era. You can say that internationally, nobody else cared besides the USA about basketball more than anybody else. That's why it was
no
easy
one
for the
stood a
Dream Team to
chance.
win multiple times.
Yeah.
Basketball is just getting more global out there. Competition's getting more fierce.
That's the Jordan legacy.
They should have a Olympics for football. That'd be funny.
That'd be so lame.
It'd be so lame, but it's gonna be a rise.
It would just be concussions everywhere. No team.
Yeah,
no one else plays football.
They wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it just because of injury reasons. That's it.
No one else plays football. She's like, I don't know, just go out there and run with it. I don't know. It's with basketball. It's so easy to understand. It's just like, yeah, just basics. Just get the ball in the hoop, dribble with one hand, and you're good luck. Yeah, that 1990 when I only just watched The Last Dance like a few weeks ago. I'm super late, but I kind of forgot that basketball wasn't always popular internationally, and now a bunch of the best players in the league are from Europe.
Yeah, it's a great time.
Hey, Giannis, Jokic, Luka, Embiid is from.
You need to make attention.
Embiid's from Cameroon.
Mm-hmm.
We've been going for an hour.
Who? It was France, right? France was giving USA a hard time.
Yeah, France has always been like up there. They still have a lot of good players.
Rudy Gobert.
Oh yeah, Embiid. Embiid is a French citizen now, so he's going to play for Team France next Olympics, if available. So it'll be him, Gobert, and Wembanyama. There's no more twin towers. Now there's 3 towers. I have no idea what they're gonna do with that, but they're gonna
meet at the 4.
And then Wembanyama at the 3.
What he's gonna do, but he should be a backup player. I don't know him.
I mean, I've seen a little bit of him, but like nothing crazy. People love him.
From America.
People are creaming their pants over this guy, though.
Yeah, I want to hear you guys' top 10 list all time.
Oh God.
No, I don't, dude. I've never even made one yet. You would have to give me time. I gotta look at highlights and shit.
Oh, my man is going.
Oh, I was gonna ask him to do
All
the draft
time.
today.
Come on,
He
man.
left. He just left.
He left. He's like, nah.
No. No.
It's a hard list to make.
It's hard. We tried it, and it was.
I made it.
I know, and
It was
hard.
reasonable. I cut out.
It took.
I cut out Wilt and Bill Russell just because of.
That shit took like 20
they
minutes.
played against plumbers and firemen and shit.
That shit took like minimum 20 minutes. I don't know where Ty went. So,
Or do you have a 5 at least?
No, not even a 5.
You're crazy.
Dude, I mean, I guess you could say you can make the argument too, because it's like it's kind of hard to make a top list and have, you know, not each one, you know, each number be a certain position, you know? Like, let's say I have 2 small forwards, you know, in my fucking top 5 list, right? And it doesn't end up being like an actual complete lineup. Like, no one's really going to pick a center because everyone's just going to say, like, oh, Kareem, or oh, Shaq, or oh, I don't know, any other fucking legends are out there, you know, that are centers. No one really likes to include centers because they're not their most, you know, well liked, I guess you could say. People are always going to want to choose like guards or yeah, just guards or forwards.
I hear Kareem on that lineup a lot of times.
I mean, yeah, but everyone's only going to choose Kareem because of his because of his record-breaking numbers. That's it. Like you can't just include that, you know, and then have like, I don't know, Hakeem Olajuwon just sitting on the side, you know.
I really like Hakeem Olajuwon. He's like my favorite old school center. Not old school.
That's why we have him
like all-time center.
Like, but this is what I'm saying. Like, people are mainly gonna choose like Kareem because of his stats. Really, you can't forget about all these other great centers that are out there.
Yeah. Yeah,
so for having a top 5 yeah, no, dude, that's what I'm saying. You would have to give me like time, like, because I need the time to actually look at these highlights if there are any out there, and determine whether or not that if this player is, you know, above this player, or, you know, it's rough, you know.
Dude, that's what I was telling PJ. I was like, it's so crazy how Wilt Chamberlain has all of these records, and just recently, like this year, we started getting footage of him. Like, it's been that long.
4K
and out of
footage,
nowhere, out of nowhere, this footage just spawned in, and it's just like, oh, so this is what it was like when he played. After what, 60 years? Not 60, 40 years? 50? Maybe it was.
Yeah, because I was gonna tell you, like, if you would put Curry on your top 10
all time.
That's a tough question.
Fuck.
I think he deserves to.
I probably would. Yeah, I probably would. Honestly, just because of his shooting. Just his shooting alone. You know, I get it. He's an excellent ball handler, but shooting is, you know, it's the best, you know, until we see another guy like him.
I think if we factor in legacy, I think he's definitely top 10 because the league kind of changed once he started going off.
Easily.
So
3-pointers were being introduced more and more.
So off legacy, I think he'll probably get in there.
This is what I mean though. Like, it's hard to pick a top 10 because there's so many guards out there, you know, to include, and then you're gonna be left with like what, one center or one forward in your top 10, possibly. Or you could have just more forwards than guards in your top 10. Like, I don't know. Having a top 10 is weird because it's like, do you want an equal balance of like a guard, forward, center, or just mainly guards, mainly forwards, or if you're weird, maybe centers, which is like probably impossible though.
That's why originally when I did mine, I didn't do it with Jacob, but when I was trying to figure that out and talk to you guys, I was like, oh, I'm gonna put 2 for each position. Then when I made it, I was like, oh dang, I needed one more player of this position to be on it.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about like
choosing
Larry Bird, Giannis.
Giannis
is not in the top 10 yet.
Giving yourself 2 positions
each
for a top 10, right? That's what you said. 2 positions
for
like top 10.
2 point guards, 2 shooting guards. You know the rest.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant 2 guards, 2 forwards, and 2 centers.
No. Power forward and small forward, like, separated.
I mean, that's hard. That's basically saying, like, hey, you got to figure out who the best literally, point guard is of all time. And the next thing you're gonna have like a shit ton of guards just on your list, and you have to choose which is number one and which is number two of all time. That's a hard list to choose from, and that's just from guards alone.
Guards alone, I mean, I can make the argument. I'm not gonna. It's just for number two. I still have Magic at number one for guard. But for number two, it's the argument of Isaiah Thomas and Steph Curry. That's what I would go for, and then like shooting guard. I'm just gonna tell you guys my list.
Go for it, brother.
So Michael Jordan at shooting guard.
Right.
And then it's like you're like creating teams, especially, and then it's kind of hard. At number two,
what?
I guess definitely people could be like, oh, it's Kobe.
Yeah.
And this is not in any order. It's just the point guard, shooting guard, small forward.
Yeah.
Small forward. LeBron for sure.
Yeah.
And I believe it should be Larry Bird.
Yeah. I'm with
or Tim Duncan.
Right.
This is the hard part. Am I gonna say he is a power forward because of his position this year?
Who?
Kevin Durant.
KD. Honestly, dude, KD's everything.
Jeez, I've seen him play everything.
KD's.
I've seen him play center in Golden State.
Yeah.
I've seen him be the tallest on the court. I don't know.
Look at the top 75 list, even though I don't agree with it.
I don't think he's there yet, but I think he inevitably will be, so I'm just going to say that my number 2 power forward would be Giannis. I
don't want it to be Giannis, dude.
What do you mean?
I'm thinking about Giannis and KD. I want it to be Giannis. I also forgot Kawhi.
I think I'd put Larry Bird over Kawhi. Larry Bird had.
How many rings does Kawhi have again?
Larry Bird was like top 2 in MVP voting for like 6 straight years or something. Something crazy like that.
Shit, Kawhi. Does Kawhi have 2 or 3 rings?
2.
I don't even know.
2. He won one. He won the Heat, the one against the Heat with the Spurs, and he beat the Warriors.
Oh yeah.
He's got 2.
Yeah, that's 2.
He's got 2.
The 2 final.
I'm put Larry over him for sure.
Yeah, Larry Bird for sure.
Easily.
Yeah, so the fourth one could have been like for power forward for sure. It's Tim Duncan, but the argument is like Giannis, Karl Malone, and like KD.
I'm not ripping Karl Malone. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy.
Why?
Bro, do you not know what that dude has done?
Oh yeah.
That man is a pedophile. No.
Think about the NBA, not his outside life.
I don't care, man. I'm still not putting him over KD or I still wouldn't take him over KD or Giannis.
And then for a center, for sure Kareem. And Shaq.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I want to say Hakeem, but Hakeem's on my top 15.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that would have been my lineup. Bill Russell, great NBA players. They've done so much in the '60s, but that's the '60s, and they played against policemen, firemen, plumbers.
This guy.
McDonald's workers, everything.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
If what was in our era, we got Giannis, so.
Yeah.
Those are great takes.
Some interesting ideas.
Yeah, let's end it right here. We can just talk. Alright, guys, thanks for watching the podcast. The first episode, the pilot of the cruise missile. And I hope you guys watch it again. Laters.
Deuces.
Deuces.